Part 1. She called me Daddy. I met the woman by chance, outside of a theater. I had an extra ticket, and she looked like she needed a break. At the time, it felt like dumb luck, just me trying to make something out of a waste. My friend and I, the one I'd been chasing for months, had gotten into an argument over food. It felt wrong, a stupid reason to bail, but that's what she did. I was left holding the empty seat I had bought her, and this stranger was standing there being told she couldn't get in. She looked older than me, early 30s maybe, with that worn-out but still beautiful look, like life had been pulling at her but hadn't managed to wear her down. Honestly, I didn't expect anything out of it, but I offered her the ticket. She hugged me, and for some reason, it just felt right. We went in together and sat down, and she started making little comments to me about the play. Normally, I hate that, people whispering, laughing, breaking the silence, but she was sharp and made me laugh. By the end of the show, we were talking like we'd known each other for years. She asked me what I thought about the father in the story, the way he forgave his son even after being betrayed. I told her I thought it was beautiful, that if I ever had a kid, I'd want to love them like that, no matter what. She laughed and said, almost too eagerly, that it was so daddy of me. She was bold, too bold for someone I'd just met. I brushed it off, flattered, even a little turned on. Looking back now, that was the first moment I should have been on alert. She told me she had a son. She was touchy too, hand on my arm, brushing against me as we walked out of the theater. She didn't even ask my name, and I never asked hers. She just told me I should come back to her place. It was clearly odd. A woman inviting a strange man home after knowing him less than 2 hours. But I didn't think like that. I didn't want to think like that. I was caught up in how forward she was, how alive she seemed compared to most people I met, compared to the friend who had just abandoned me. Her house was quiet, tucked away on a dead-end street. Inside, it was warm, cozy even, but the way she guided me straight toward the basement stairs made my gut twist. It felt wrong, but I told myself it was that kind of exciting wrong. It had been a long time since I'd had anyone want me, and here she was, pulling me in without hesitation. The basement wasn't dark like you'd expect. It was even cozier than the floor above, but it did have a musty smell and something else, metallic, almost sweet. I noticed movement in the corner. At first, I thought it was a pet, but then I saw him, a boy, maybe 10, lying in a bed with his face stiff and gray, like stone crawling over his skin. He looked at me, and my chest went tight. The woman called him baby and told him his new daddy was here. That's when I saw the other one. Behind me, a man slumped against the wall, half alive, his face covered by something. A mask, but not like any mask I'd ever seen. Heavy, cracked, gleaming like it had been carved from a rock with the features of a child. His eyes behind it were blank. When she called him Papa, he twitched like a puppet. Then he came at me. I don't remember much of the fight, just the panic, the sound of my heart pounding louder than my own shouts. He was strong but clumsy, moving like his body wasn't his own. Somehow I managed to get the upper hand, knocked him down, maybe even killed him. I don't know. I just wanted out. But she was waiting. She swung something, a bat, I think, and it cracked across my face. I went down hard, dazed, blood in my mouth. I heard her cooing to the boy, telling him to meet his new daddy. "Put the mask on him, baby," she whispered. I tried to crawl away, but the kid came forward, hands trembling, the heavy thing clutched to his chest. He lifted it with effort, his little arms straining, and pressed it against my face. It wasn't just cold, it was consuming, like stone dust filling my lungs, like roots pushing through my skin. The weight wasn't on my face anymore. It was inside me, burrowing deeper, swallowing me whole. My own breath turned against me, each gasp pulled tighter, tighter, until all I could feel was the mask, pressing, fusing, suffocating, and then it took me. Part 2. Now I am. I should have died in that basement, me, the unlucky guy who trusted the wrong woman, but it didn't end there. The mask is on me now, And it's not what you think. It doesn't empty you, it fills you. You stop being yourself, but you're still here, along with something else. Her son, he's sick. The disease turns his face to stone, kills him young. Before he died, she found a way to bring him back. She clones him, 5 years old each time, fresh and unmarked, until the disease eats him again. Then she does it again, and again. And the mask, it makes men like me into fathers for him, into slaves. Right now, I'm in that basement. The air, dry, heavy with copper, and every breath tasting faintly of rust. I'm not struggling anymore. I'm steady, calm. My hand is around the boy's wrist, his skin cold, pulse quick but weak, and in my other hand is a needle glinting under the yellow bulb overhead. I slide it into his arm, watch the dark line of blood snake into the tube. The smell of it rises, sharp and sweet. It coats the back of my throat. I don't do it because I want to. I do it because that's how she makes another copy. Because I have to, and that's what Daddy does. Daddy doesn't waste. Daddy makes something out of nothing. Daddy provides. Daddy forgives. I used to think my friend leaving me outside that theater ruined my night, ruined my chance. But maybe it was worse than that. Maybe I'd been ruined long before, waiting for someone to want me, to choose me, to make me theirs. Nights staring at ceilings, nights pleading silently into the dark, waiting for an answer that never came. Until now. Looking at him, at my son, I know I've been given something better, something permanent. His eyes are wide and glassy, wet with pain, but when they flick toward me, searching, there's a glimmer of trust, a need. It feels good. The mask presses down, an anchor fused to bone. Beneath it, thought goes quiet, doubt dissolves. There's no second guessing, no rejection, no echoing silence, only purpose. Here, I'm not overlooked. I'm wanted, loved, and when I'm done, she comes to me. Her arms slide around my neck, tears streak her face, hot against my cheek as I hold her close. My boy, renewed, clings to my leg, voice trembling when he calls me Daddy. His small body shakes, but his grip is certain, and in that moment, pressed between their warmth, the mask sealing deeper into me, I finally feel whole, and for some reason, it just feels right.